It's her script.
Hello, everyone. No. I wanted to pop in, speak, so you can go.
Hey.
I wanted to pop in and answer a couple of questions.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
And answer a couple of questions. I had someone say, how are my roots so thick, and how do I specifically care for them? And to answer that question, this is from The Pickens, is the name. Nothing. It's just the same thing. I don't specifically care for them in a certain way. I've always had thick hair, especially like when it came to even when I had a perm. My perm days and my used to getting it pressed and everything days, I had thick hair and thick roots. So of course the thickness is coming with the locks that are combining together. So as far as what am I doing in specific to keep them thick, really nothing in particular. And then I had another question from Amber Lee. It's a really, really lengthy one, and I'm so excited to answer this. I would love for you to do a video on who else likes your hair besides you. What family thinks or have to say, support or lack thereof. My daughter, let me get her opinion.
On what?
My locks. Do you like them? No, I'm going to just...
shampoo my locks.
She doesn't care for them. My husband...
I like them. They cute sometimes. I don't like that. I just look...
Stop showing off.
Okay.
It's not your video.
But yeah, it's how I look with them.
Okay, so as far as my daughter, even my husband, they don't too much care for it. Family members.
Your mama.
Mama don't like them. Not too many people care for them. And to be honest with you, I don't have any family members mentioning them. Or it's like when I walk in the room, it's like, what do you call it? What do you call it? Not white elephant, black sheep. I don't know. It's just like it's unspoken of. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, and I guess because it's so a part of me, that's the reason why, not too many people say anything about it, because it's just what I do. It's just a part of me. He says, I know you're a confident woman and don't care, but there are those who may want to make a statement and follow your steps, but are very afraid. Can't be afraid when it comes to this, because it's a whole another level. And what I mean by that is, you have your locks, you're cultivating them, or you're maintaining them in that way. But when you decide to no longer do that or go that way, tighten, palm roll, and then decide to do this, it is a whole different level. Now it is, I must say this, it is what you make of it. If you're ashamed of it, and that's what you're focusing on, that you're ashamed, who's looking at me, wonder what they're going to say, then you're focusing on that. That's what you're going to be thinking about all the time, and that's what will come out of it. So if you do the flip on that and say, this is the way I'm going to wear my hair, this is the way it is, I'm loving it, it's me, it's a part of me, this is what I'm going to do, then of course that's what you will see. Whether you get the comments back from people or not. And I don't want to sound like it doesn't matter what other people say, but it boils down to, how do you want to wear your hair? What makes you feel comfortable? If this is something that you would like to step into, I just say just do it. Yeah. What do you say to those who may want to grow bongo locks like yours who have jobs? Finally, okay, let me answer that one. As you all know, that I am now back working for an attorney. Back in the day, when I would go to court with him, I wore my hair the same way, and he's actually Caucasian. And I never received any backlash or anything. And I was around judges, other attorneys, paralegals, or legal assistants. And it was just me. Like I said, I think it's just the way that I carry myself. I still dress professional. I still, wear your blazers or your slacks and different things like that. So this just goes along with the package. And like I said, a lot of times, I didn't say it right now, but in other videos, a lot of times it's us, the way we think people will, and I know this video is probably going to be a little lengthy, but it's the way we think people will perceive us. Is that the word, perceive us? And it's not even going to turn out that way. As long as you do it with confidence, with boldness, no one can give that to you. You know, you have to grow in that, and you have to, and it doesn't happen overnight. You keep walking, and you'll eventually walk into that. You'll notice, you know, your back gets a little straighter. And I'm saying that literally and, you know, just figuratively, you know, that you'll start to hold your head up a little more. You know, the way you turn your head, the way you look, the way you answer questions. And, oh no, I'm just going all up on the deep end. But that's, I mean, building your character and your boldness and all that, that's where all of that comes from. Also, Miss Amber said, finally, I see that you are a Christian. When I used to be in the church, many wore wigs, weaves, and had relaxers and were not showing off their hair. Maybe times have changed, but specifically how you've decided to grow your hair. Have you gotten support or backlash from those in the body? And how does this inform your message to others about doing them? Haven't received any backlash. And also, just to let you know, at church, I'm on the prayer ministry. And what we do, just to let you know how out front I am, what we do is before church starts, we pair up and we walk around the congregation. I go to a mega church, walk around the congregation, and we're praying with people. So that just lets you know how out there I am. And it's so many naturals at my church. But even if it wasn't, I don't feel like it would be an issue. I, get compliments here and there, oh, I like your hair looks really nice, you're really rocking that, I do get that every now and then. But as far as backlash from those in the body, no, I have not received that, haven't gotten that. And like I said, I am out front doing, serving in the ministry and being seen, so. And it's just, like I said, once again, it's just the way that I carry myself. And this is the way that I wear my hair, or have decided to wear my hair. Again, you are a very confident woman with a mind of her own. But what do you say to those who may want your confidence or boldness to go against what is feminine or accepted and do them? And once again, it goes back to, we can't be concerned about what other people say. And I know that you're probably saying, well, napzfaya, that's easier said than done. And you're right, because in the beginning you are going to feel a little uneasy or wonder what. Because to be honest with you, when I initially did like a big chop back in the day and I was in a wedding, I put on a wig because I felt that wasn't cute enough to be in a wedding. Yeah, I can remember thinking like that. Honestly, wow, I never even thought about it like that. That is crazy. Yeah, as you can just see, that was just something that just opened my eyes. I didn't think it was cute enough to be in a wedding, my TWA. And I'm actually going to be in a wedding January 2014 coming up. So I bet you're wondering, like, ooh, girl, how you going to do them locks? How you going to do them locks? I'm going to do them. Yes, I will. But I'll think of something. But once again, it says, say to those who may want your confidence or boldness to go against what is feminine. And she makes sure she put it in quotations. Feminine or accepted, and do them. You just have to. It's just a daily walk that, like I said, once again, just like with anything, does not come overnight. It starts with just you taking the step and knowing that if this is something you decided to do, then you have to do it and walk in it and be bold. And at first, people will come. People might say things. What are you doing with your hair? What's different? And I've heard a lot of people say that gives you the opportunity to educate people. Well, this is the way that I've started. Chardonnay. This is the way that I've decided to start wearing my locks, or this is the way that I've decided to start doing my hair, or, you know, this is what you call this is this. And just doing it. I don't know a more simple way to put it than to just do it, because if you never do it, then you'll always wonder, I wonder what my hair would have turned out to be like, or I wonder. We never want to go into another phase without, how do I want to say this? With the I wonder what would have happened mentality if I would have done this. You know, we don't want to do that. So, just as, and I'm just thinking about, because my church right now, we're going through a destiny series, and you know, it's just figuring out what your destiny is. And this is probably going to tie into this, I'm not sure, but I'm just feeling compelled to say this. You know, we just never know what we're here on earth for. A lot of times, some of you might have already found out what your destiny is, but a lot of times it could be something that we're holding back on doing that could help someone else, that could help someone else step out and doing it, because that's what we're all here for. We're connected to each other. We're here to help one another and to support one another. So just by you stepping out, being bold, being confident, could help that next woman, and then, or gentleman, and then that person can help that person, and it just keeps going on and on. So just making sure we don't have that I wish I would have done mentality, you know. And of course I'm saying this, you know, with it still being in the boundaries and all that, not something buck wild crazy. Now don't say, well, napzfaya, you said that if I would have jumped off a roof with a parachute, then No. You all understand exactly what I'm saying. Even something as simple as your hair, if this is really something that you want to dabble into. But I appreciate you coming with those questions. I hope that I answered them for you. And I see that, the main one was, about being bold, being confident, and really not being too concerned about what other people say, because people are going to talk about you, whether you do things this way or whether you do things that way. So that's it. Let me know if you guys have any other. But why you straighten up your voice like you?
Don't put that on YouTube.